The first group race of the year is the Group 2 Birthday Cup over 405 metres, and that series is kicking off at Mandurah on Friday night, where we've got 6 heats. Yes, 6 heats. We've got some really nice racing ahead of us. Let's take a look at the fields. In the first heat, it's hard to go past Bones McCoy. The defending champ was back in the winner's circle last weekend. He never stays out for too long, and he should be dictating terms out in front here. Rumbling Moment has been in top form over the 520 with some front-running performances. Will that early speed translate over the 400? I think Sozan's Azuri rounds out the trifecta for novelty players. We take a look at the second heat and talk about a clash of the titans. This field is worthy of a final. Blackpool Bolt and Redhead Rider have been, up until very recently, stringing together long winning sequences. And then there's Kenya Exclusive. This dog has gone 9 and zip to start his career, including a PB run of 22.32 last night. And he gets the pole here. But that undefeated winning streak will be put to the test against Crumble Manelli. Talk about a greyhound that has announced himself over the past fortnight. After clocking 22.22 to claim the shorts final 2 back, Crumble Manelli followed up last Friday with a run that was almost as impressive. That's the race we're looking at right now. Although he didn't jump perfectly from box 5, he was still good enough to fire to the front, and he put a huge lead on his rivals before going on to win comfortably in 22.28. The early advantage is going to be crucial in this one. I'm leaning towards Crumble Manelli, but Kenya Exclusive is a huge show, and it wouldn't surprise me if one of the other dogs I mentioned got up here as well. This is a great race, probably the highlight heat of the night. In Heat 3, former Tassie Chaser Panel Damage is 2 from 2 over the distance since joining Adam Smithson's kennels, and the Rails Alley will help his cause as he goes for the hat-trick. Global Trader has won 2 of his past 3 at free-to-all level over the 380 at Cannington. This is him at headquarters on New Year's Eve from box 4. He jumps to the lead, and that is all, she wrote. He maintains a healthy margin throughout the journey before going on to score by 3 lengths in 21.55. Global Trader is a big threat here, probably the favourite, but he needs to ping, which he doesn't always do. Custard Manelli is a littermate of Crumble Manelli, and while he hasn't shown the same brilliance, he's been a handy performer to date over both the 500 and 400. Daff's Yak has his first start in WA here. In Heat 4, Momentum is the big name in the race, and he's a quality race dog. And although he's better suited over longer, his record over 405 is good. But there's a question mark about him for this race. This is his first run since the start of October. Little Bodie looks a nice type. He's won his past 2, and I think he's an improver. Fabriola Ali has to be considered from box 1, and I'm also interested to see what Bundaji can do against this level of opposition. Though he hasn't won since July, you can probably throw in Rip and Tomahawk for your novelties. We swing our attention to Heat 5, and 3 weeks ago, West on Fever clocked 22.36 over this journey, and he hasn't been too far off in his 2 starts since. Box 8 does him no favours, but I still think he'll be right up there in this one. Ray John Zatara is a short course star and has been freshened up for this series. I think Ray John Zatara and West on Fever vie for favouritism here. Victorian Chaser Maxed Out gets his first look at the Mandurah circuit. There's a bit of mystery about what this dog brings to the party. We'll have to wait and see. Gangdom Manelli is a roughie worth consideration from the pole. We take a look at Heat 6, and it's hard to know where Panama Pepper is at heading into this heat. At his best, Pepper wins this, but he wasn't convincing in his last appearance at the track 3 weeks ago, even though he got a couple of checks in the run. I still think he's the dog to beat, but if you're prepared to take him on, you could have a look at Firecloud or My Dad Zorgie. That's the heats this week, and make sure you join us at the track next week for the Group 2 final, where we'll also have free entertainment for the kids on what will be a huge night of racing. Well, which greyhound do you think is the dog to beat in this series? Do you agree with my assessment of the heats, or is there a dog or dogs you think that I've missed? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you at Mandurah on Friday.